Hello guys and welcome to Painting Panzers. My name's Christian and today we've been sent some paints from the team at Gaahleri. This is their Kaleido Colourworks Primary Colour Set B, which contains 24 paints, as you can see here. So there's a variety of different sort of purples and flesh colours and your blues and your greens and yellows and whatnot. So some very nice looking paints here. They're formulated for the airbrush, and when you open up the box inside you get a list of all of the paints in their current range. Now I will say at the making of this video I'm aware that they are in the process of making some military paints as well, and I actually have some which we'll see on the channel in the not too distant future, but for now we're getting just the basic sort of paints that are going to get you some pretty nice looking models just without those military specific paints. And then there's some description as to what formulation they use for the paints and whatnot. Now as I said, there's 24 paints in there, and you get some really nice looking bottles, to be fair. Now it says it's made with rapid air technology, which I believe just means it's going to be really good for airbrushing. So we're going to put all that to the test very soon, but for now we're just taking a look at the bottle and what you get when you open up that bottle cap. Now I'm not going to fast forward, I'm going to let the suspense really build to see what we get when we take that cap off. It looks pretty cool, to be honest, just sort of regular shape. But yeah, really nice looking design of the lids actually, I really like them. And you get two other non-paint items, if you will. So you've got a cleaner and a thinner. So you get 22 paint and then two sort of applications. So you got the cleaner and the airbrush. So this box set is perfect, ready to go for airbrushing. You've got your cleaner, your thinner and your paint. So you really don't have much more to worry about other than obviously getting yourself an airbrush, which they also sell. So to start off with, we're going to be using matte black. So give the matte black a good coat over this die-cast figure that I really don't like. So I want to respray it and make it how I want it. I'm going to be putting the cleaner to the test as well as the thinner. So we're going to be using both of those as well as the paints. Now the actual applications, the thinner and the cleaner, comes sealed, which is really good. I've had plenty of products explode during transit, so the fact it's sealed is fantastic. I'm going to apply just a little bit of cleaner before I actually start airbrushing. You're not going to see what I'm actually doing. I just like to run a little bit of cleaner through just to clear the nozzle in case there's any build up from my previous session. And then I'm going to add some black. Now these say that they are perfect for airbrushing, so we shouldn't really need to add any thinners to this paint. However, it really is up to you if you want to add any. You can see here the consistency of the paint is actually really thinned down, which is going to be ideal for airbrushing. And this particular airbrush is using a 0.20 millimeter nozzle. So you can see here that the actual application so far is coming on really nicely, giving a nice good coat of that black, not really having any problems with the trigger and the amount of paint coming out. This transition's really smooth. Obviously we're going to be trying to do finer lines later on, but for now I'm just going to give it a nice coat of that black, and so far so good. Now with that done, I think it's about time I add some cleaner to that product. So we're going to be applying the cleaner. It comes in this bottle obviously, and it just drips out, so it's really, really good. And after the first coating of that cleaner, it's actually got quite a lot of that paint out, which is perfect. Once I give it another go, it's almost clean. So yeah, really, really good cleaner for their paint. Now I'm going to add some buff, and I'm just going to be doing some sort of like panel highlighting. So I'm highlighting the panels here, so when I put the actual base coat on, it's going to have a nice depth in the color. So I'm just giving it a nice coat of this buff, and it's coming out really nicely. I've got lots of control. I'm not really having to worry. I haven't had any thinners to the actual paint as well, so that's really good. I love the fact you don't have to mess around too much. That's going to be great, and I can't wait to test the military models. Now, because I don't have any military style paints, I had to get creative. So I've used yellow, black, as well as brown to try and get a sort of like a khaki color. Now, it did take a lot of mixing and matching, but I did finally get to a khaki color. Obviously, once they release all of their military paints, you really won't have to worry about this. But yeah, you can get there. Now with that paint done, you can see I've got a really nice khaki. I'm actually really impressed with how this khaki colour's come out, and I'm applying it over the top of that buff that I've just put on. So you can see the black in all the panels, or in all the grooves and stuff, and then that white buff on the hatches, and that really gives you nice depth and gives you some sort of worn areas and some nice bright areas, which is what you want. It's going to look really, really good, and it's going to be perfect for its camo pattern that I'm going to be painting on very soon. So talking about the camo pattern, I did exactly the same thing. I built up the brown using a variety of different paints and managed to get something like this. And yeah, very happy. You can see here, this is the 0.20mm needle and nozzle, and it's coming out really, really nicely. So overall, I've got absolutely no complaints with the airbrush paints. They've been absolutely perfect, to be completely honest. I didn't have any trouble with them, and I'm not just saying that because they sent me these. I would be honest with it because I know how frustrating airbrushing can be. They actually came out really nicely. But now I want to put the matte yellow to the test by using it as a brush paint. Now this is silly. Yellow is normally really hard to paint with straight from the bottle, but you know what? I'm going to give it a good go. So I'm going to start with painting it with a brush, and as you can see, you're going to need multiple coats of this yellow. So I think it's time we sort of fast forward this and get more coats of yellow onto this, because you can see here it's going to take quite a bit of time. So that's the first layer on. I'm now building up the second layer, the third layer, the fourth layer, and finally the fifth layer. But looking pretty good actually. And then there we go. So that's 5 layers worth of that yellow color. I could probably maybe do with a 6, but you know what? I think it looks very good. So yes, you can brush paint them. Obviously I picked the hardest color to brush paint, but honestly they're designed for airbrushing, so you can't complain if you're buying them to brush paint when they're tailored for airbrushing. So just bear that in mind. But you know what? It's actually come out really nicely. Very nice vibrant yellow too, looking really, really good. Now you can pick up these paints from the Gaahleri website, which I'll leave a link to in the video description and in the comments section as well. So if you want to get your hands on a new paint range that is designed for airbrushing, then definitely give these a go. Keep an eye out for the military paints. I know you guys are going to be very excited for those, because once they come out, I think they're going to be an absolute hit, and we'll look at those in more detail very soon. Massive thank you goes out to the team at Gaahleri for sending me out these sample paints. I am very happy with them, and I do highly recommend them. Alright guys, let me know in the comment section if you're going to be grabbing some of these. I'm really interested to know, but until then, I will catch you at the next one.